back to another episode, the final world tour from this 5,000 day block. I really broke everything up into about like 5 or 6 videos to really show everything a lot deeper than I generally do in world tours every 1,000 days or so. I don't know if you've really enjoyed that or not, but that's what I chose to do. So we're going to finish strong with our last 2 kingdoms I want to do, which are Steelport, our industrial city, and of course the end, the moon base. So let's get into first the storage building. Now, Steelport is going to be probably my biggest kingdom in this entire world, although there are a few others that may rival that. With the amusement park comes to mind, and maybe even the end. But Steelport is going to be a big city. It's going to be a big city, despite those 3 guys who've been here for a really long time. They're not even name tagged. They just hold items, and they will just be there for the rest of time. So I built this massive storage center because this is my biggest storage of the entire world. I really have. It's actually so big. It's the only storage in the world where I actually have empty storage kind of waiting to be filled. It's kind of crazy. That actually is a stairway. It's a very nice, casual, slow stairway down to the bottom levels. And if you go over here, this is my much faster way to get either down if I want to look for diorite, granite, that stuff, or I can go all the way down to deep slate level. But there's more. It's not just what you see here with this card. Now, I had ice. I want to say I took the ice out. Is there still ice under there? Oh, no, it's just, yeah. You know what? I'm thinking of my Bedrock world. I never had ice here. I have sea lanterns under. But if you go up just a little bit, you're going to see a couple more layers to this. One is up here, my villager breeder. So this is where my villagers are bred. It looks like I actually have a bonus villager and an iron golem guest over here. But yeah, so anytime I want to do either iron farms or villager trading stations and all that kind of stuff, this is where I get them. I throw them carrots and all that kind of stuff and let it go. But if you go down just a little bit more, you get to Steve Tepek's office. And you've probably seen this in a few lore segments before. Hey, check this out. What's that? Just down, pick that up. Oh no, this is a world download. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is my real copy. So what I did here, this is where Steve Tepek and the crew meet. They can talk to Hank up there on the moon with that screen. And this is where I have a somewhat out of date, but I have maps of all the world. And I have signs saying, hey, don't forget to do these things, you big dummy. I've been working on this last couple days here. Oh, it's so different now. Wait till you see the theme park. It's coming out. The 4th episode after I get going on actual regular episodes again is the theme park, and I really worked on this island. It looks so good. Anyway, so yeah, so I have things here like Animalverse, Castle Ride, Fancyverse, Roller Coaster Castle, all that kind of stuff, so I can remember things I want to add. Booty Bay is by Captain Blackbeard. He runs the whole place, and kind of a bad dude, actually. Here's things I want to add. I have a bamboo farm. I need to fix it because the storage is messed up. Smuggler's Cave, I want to do down in the lush cave underneath. That kind of stuff. So anytime I think of something for a kingdom, I can run over here, throw down a sign, and I can see it. So here you can see this is New Hope, and that's the breath of the dragon. Works is sort of in charge of that. Fixxiverse, I don't have a Baron for the Fixxiverse right now. I'm waiting for sort of new main character. Of course, Baron Hank runs the moon. Let's see what's over here. Oh, this is a Gabor. This is the city of the Avon, Levin Fond, and actually Edwin has a hand in that too. No kingdom here. I haven't decided what I want to put there because I can't do Perseverance because it's underground, unfortunately. And Frostmire Castle, I don't have a Baron there either. Steve Tepek oversees Steelport, which is right here. Yeah, so this is that's pretty out of date too. So I need to update these maps. But anyway, you see the idea of what I'm going for. This is pretty fun. But if you move outside of this, there are a lot of buildings in Steelport that I really, really like. So the idea is I started this about an 1800 style city. And then as we go, we're going to be moving into the 1900 style city, modern day city, and then even eventually maybe futuristic, because Steve Tepek is trying to get these folks who live here sort of modernized, right? He's trying to get them modernized. This is the first one that I built of a little bit more of a modern style. A lot of these buildings have farms inside of them. This one actually this is my moss farm. So a lot of moss right there. I can just dump bone meal on the top, start it up, and it rolls. A ton of these farms are actually housed here. A little newspaper stands on the outside. I think it looks really nice. This is I believe it's called is it the Axum? Axum, I think, where it's like the courthouse. Someone left a comment and said, "Oh, you should call it the Axum because that's what it was." Yeah, so this is my courthouse. This is where all the laws and all that kind of stuff. I really, really, really love the landscaping. Let me pop up here and just show you. It's simple. It's kind of old school Minecraft. But I just think it looks really nice. Really gives that city look. A parking lot here. I don't know how I feel about the parking lot yet, since there aren't cars. horse and carriage. I guess I could use hitching posts or something, but I want to start moving forward in time. I felt like I should try a parking lot and see how I like it. This building is weird, and I love it because of how weird it is. I mean, the parking lot feels good when you walk by it like this, right? It feels really, really just normal. I don't love these overhangs here because this is actually a road that like cars or horses or buggies or something would drive on. So I should probably get rid of this, because if you go up here, this is actually the tunnel that goes to New Hope. But check out this footprint of this building. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. It just sits on that little area. It's just a little apartment building, you know, use some glazed terracotta up there. I just think the whole thing just looks cool. I just really, really like it. But if you go down this way, there is a lot more. There's actually nothing in this building. This building's in just a purely aesthetic one. Most of them do have stuff though. As I said, this is up here. This is actually my super smelter that I end up using a lot. It's not my biggest super smelter in this world, but I use it probably the most because I'm in Steelport the most. Steelport is, by the way, spawn 00 is just up on the mountain over there where the world started. So yeah, I have these super smelters, all the lava, all that kind of stuff. And I wrote the beautiful lava name. I actually really like the outside of this too, where it actually looks like there's a little bit of a work area down here. Out here, I have the storage crate situation here. I like it, but it needs a lot more lava, and I just haven't gotten back to it yet. But eventually, I do want to come back here and really work on these docks. They're obviously very barren. I want to put a sort of shipping container boat here, like as we move forward in time. This is going to be maybe designed after the Space Needle because it's my main mob farm of this entire world. It's fine. It works great. But see that AFK station up there? I need some sort of tower that's going to go up there. And I don't want to use just another blimp. I just feel like I've kind of done the blimp thing quite a bit. So I want to build a tower. So I'm going to build a tower there, I think. Unless I come up with something else. Who knows? Maybe a plane or a helicopter even by the time we get around to it. Maybe we may be into the age of planes or helicopters or something. This building right here, which also, again, I really, really like. So my double slabs are just the reversed plank. So if you put down two double slabs, you get this, and it just looks so cool. It's actually my spruce farm. And I came up with this idea of an easier way to farm spruce by putting water elevators on the side and little scaffolding that stops the trees from going too tall. So you can just take the water elevator and then you cut the tree going down, which is a lot easier than cutting it going up. It's a lot faster. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, so this little area is just my little spruce farm. This one actually, I still need a building there. Obviously, that's my birch and oak farm, which actually works really well. I use it for leaves more than anything, probably, but yeah, it works great. This over here is an apartment building. It looks like maybe a zombie broke my door, but this is my warped and crimson farm. It's really easy. You just you sort of have bone meal in one hand, you long press, and you go down there. There's all the redstone stuff. Yeah, it works fine. You get stripped variants. You don't get like the regular log. You get only the stripped kind, but that's okay because that's almost exclusively the kind that I want generally. This is actually a pretty finished place. So this is supposed to be like a hotel. And a lot of workers here, maybe apartment building too. A lot of workers from Steelport live here. And actually, if you look, it's actually, I actually did interiors kind of, I mean, the easiest possible way, but yeah, if you look, there's actually room. So, this is where, if you do a super thanks, anyone who does a super thanks, like Ori right here on a video where you can do like, it's like a stream donation, but for a video, if you do a super thanks, you get a room donated to you, dedicated to you. It's just like my own super thanks back for your super thanks and for helping out so much, for the channel and my family and all that stuff. In here, this is I really like that, how it looks like garage door just swung open. I think it's kind of cool. This is my clay, and it's actually a really small clay farm. I'm going to make a bigger one really soon, but it's my clay and mud farm, though. I think currently the mud doesn't work. I need to figure out, there's something wrong. I broke something. I had a flood, so all the redstone got messed up. I just need to figure out what exactly is wrong with it, but that's that little factory. This is school, actually finished school, which actually, again, it has interiors. I did sand wall. I like sand walls a lot. I don't know why I don't use them more. And yeah, this is where it's like, I already have an elementary school in New Hope, but this is my senior high school. It's where the kids, the best and the brightest minds come here in order to get ready to go to the university, which we saw last World Tour. That's Frostmire Frostmire Castle. So yeah, so people would come here studying all these classrooms. Actually, there's rooms upstairs too. Lots of classrooms, chalkboards, all that kind of stuff. A couple more. This is my Netherwort farm, which actually it's a dirt build. I took that from WC Builds as for using dirt, and I just thought like, wow, I wouldn't have thought to do that, and it looks just really cool. And over here, the last build in Steelport is my my flour factory, rather, not wheat farm, flour factory. And this is just wheat for mud, basically, because I build a lot out of mud, quite a bit, and I need a lot of wheat. And I just find it's easiest to go manual style. Then I get a ton of seeds because eventually I'm gonna have to plant more fields as I expand the world. So I use my fortune hoe or fortune pick and just get an absolute ton of seeds while I'm doing it. Well, just on schedule, the rain came up, but let me show you the flour mill. I did the old, turn of the century sign up on top and just think it looks really cool. Steelport, flour mill. Yeah, for the wheat. Anyway, that's Steelport. I really, really like it. Hopefully you do. Let's head now to the space station in the end. It's currently my favorite build. I'm getting hit by something. What? What's hitting me? Spider? Freaking spider jerk. Oh, baby, I love this build. I love it. I love it so much. And man, it has changed a lot. Again, I spent a long episode, probably like over 100 days, probably working on this already in the future, which you'll see coming up very soon. But yeah, this is the space station. Now, I took down the entire end island by hand with my little pickaxe and a lot of beacon work and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so you can see these are the very bottom of the obsidian towers. This is right where the portal is. So if you fly right to the storage area, man, this has changed a lot too. If you fly right to the storage area, then you get here, this is the end portal. So I built the whole thing up from here, and there's a lot to see here. So I think maybe the best way is if we just slip right into spectator. I am in a copy of the world. So this is my wither killing chamber because I'm a big wussy. So that's my wither killing chamber. If you go down, oh, I love, look at this. Oh, isn't that cool? So cool. You never see it because it's like under, but it looks really cool. And if you go down a little bit lower, this is originally this was supposed to be sort of my hub to get to all the different places. I never use it because I'm never down here. But the idea was I was going to go down to the bottom every time I want to go to different layers. And then that just got a little bit tedious pretty quickly. So I ended up putting in all the water elevators right here in my storage building room because this is, I spend all my time in my storage room, of course. So you can see there's elevators to every single level as you go up because this whole thing is built vertically. Now, if you go up here, this is where all the villagers are. So let me show you in the first layer of the villagers. Actually, that's not the first layer. I think this over here is. Yeah, this is my breeder. So you have to have a breeder in the end because I did a ton of villagers. So I started this project shortly before 5,000 days because the news came out the villagers were getting nerfed on what they could offer and how many times you could cure them. And I thought, no. So I hurried up and I did this all back in 1.20.1, which actually currently I'm still in. I haven't upgraded yet, but so all these villagers are able to, every villager I make now is able to be nerfed cured all the way down to 1 emerald for everything. So I got 3 breeders, not just 1. 3 breeders that pump out little baby villagers like crazy. And then I have 3 different farms. Over here, this is my farmer farm. This is basically an emerald factory because I have all these crop areas. So you can come up here, you trade all of your carrots and potatoes for 1 emerald each, as well as melons over there and pumpkins over there. So you can get a ton of trays, a ton of emeralds. And then over here, I have more carrots and potatoes than you actually could ever need. Since they're all 1 each, I don't even need this many. So it's a ton of food just for the emeralds that I can get from those guys, because it's quite a few, and they are all cured. All my villagers in the whole space station are cured down the entire way. Looks like these guys might need to be cured one more time, but I think they've been cured in the future. So in the future, don't worry, they're cured. But anyway, these are my librarian villagers. They are, I think I have every book. I'm pretty sure I have every book. Yeah, and then I have more. So I have this many more for if they add more later. I have unlocked minions that are just like waiting to be assigned assigned a trait, but yeah, you can just see how like I have all these, and actually if you look, most of these books have most of these chests have a bunch of books already in them, so I'm in pretty darn good shape here as far as books for the future, forever and ever and ever in this world. This is just level 1. We may be here for a little while, but hopefully you're enjoying the sort of in-depth look. And then lastly, the one thing that I could use a lot of, I haven't yet because it's been hard to get, is glowstone. And I thought I want infinite glowstone. So I made a giant cleric trading room. These are all cured down to 1 emerald each. You can see glowstone. Yeah, 1 emerald for glowstone. So I can just trade rotten flesh. What else can I trade? I can trade gold because I do have a nice gold farm, and I just get an absolute crap ton of glowstone. So they're all just glowstone machines. So anytime in the future I want to build with glowstone, boom, it's right there. Right here in the very middle, I do have a name tag zombie so that I can, as I'm dragging villagers over here, because I need them to change initially, so I can get a zombie in there so I can name tag it for future curing and all that kind of stuff. But that's level. Oh my goodness, there's a lot to see here. So let's see the next level. Where is that? So yeah, this is where you go down. That's where you come up to this level. So I think, would it be over here? No, it's over the other side. So let's take the water elevator up to the next level, which is the throughway. So let's go up to the throughway and see. Now, the throughway is where sort of the mechanical bits start, but I thought the mechanical bits would look really cool if instead of straight into mechanical stuff, it actually instead started with a throughway, and then the mechanical stuff is up just a little higher. So, whoops, sorry about that, probably very loud crack. If you go this way, you can go right out to the ring, which is really cool. That's my oxygen ring, which is not yet hooked up, but that's my imaginary place where all the oxygen is made for the whole space station, because right now Hank is the only one living in it, but eventually more people from New Hope are going to come here as soon as they get sort of educated up to the level where they can actually sort of pitch in. But I have what is going to be an absolutely massive super smelter. It's not massive yet. It's decent size, but I want to triple. Yeah, I want to triple it. So I want to do basically, there's 2. I want to do 2 more and then 2 more behind it as sort of up tiered. So I want to have so if I need to go through 8 shulkers of sand, I can drop them all in really fast and have it back in a matter of a minute or 2, which would be really, really nice. It's worth coming to the end if I can get that sort of sand production or smelting or whatever, any of that kind of stuff, right? Over here is just a lot of lava cauldrons set up, and I don't have anything for these yet, but I have 2 areas where I can put future stuff. Who knows? Maybe the new auto crafting and all that kind of stuff. So then all you gotta do is you gotta drop down. Again, I stopped going all the way down. This is now the new hub. So next, I went the wrong way again, darn it. Next, you go over to the lab. Let's go up to the lab. So the lab is where I am bound and determined that I'm going to learn how to do redstone. I am the worst at redstone ever, although a lot of people will say that. Maybe it's a tie, but I'm really bad. But this is where I'm going to do all my redstone learning. I'm going to set up permanent redstone things where I can learn how to do it. This is a brewing room, so there is going to be a brewing room. This is where I can get brown mushrooms. That's actually all the dark glass, so you can actually grow them in this room, even though it looks nice and bright, but it's not actually. By the way, you do have brightness effect. I use a command block, so sorry if that hurts everyone's feelings, but I use a command block for YouTube purposes because the end gets really dark on YouTube in particular. So I have a command block that just gives you infinite night vision while you're in the end, and then whenever you go out, I think it turns off in like 2 minutes or something like that. But I need a little bit of sugarcane just for the brewing portion, so I built that little stuff, and you can see all the copper starting to oxidize, and yeah, it's starting to look really, really cool. But this lab is going to be all about learning how to redstone eventually. So then all you do, this thing goes all the way down from the very top. So anytime you need to go up or down, you just go through that and you can go all the way down. So the next part to look at here is the 150 block. Now the 150 block is supposed to be, is it my ender? I think it is. It currently is broken. I need to fix it. I think it technically probably works. Yeah, this is my ender. This is where I'm supposed to be able to come in here and kill them. It's just not good. it's right up there. I tried to make this absolutely massive one, and basically it just didn't work very well. But I also need a cactus farm. So this is also my cactus farm. You can see it right now. It's still open to the oxygen. So I got some building, or it's open to the air. Oxygen is just going to flow right out into space because we are supposed to be in space on the moon. So I need to do some building there. But you can see, I mean, the look of it is cool. The feel is good. All that kind of stuff is good. The ender here, we can just pop. I'll show you. There's an endermite in there. Everything's set up to kind of work, but it's just super duper slow. If you go up all the rest of the way, there is an aesthetic farm here. This is supposed to provide the farm for the people here to eat. I way underestimated how big I need, so I'm gonna have to add a lot more farming rings. But for right now, it's okay. And then I do have these chorus fruit factories. I added a data pack with this because I'm not actually here. I forgot I'm in this thing. So I did add a data pack for the chorus fruit. Let me show you. It's really cool. I really feel like it should be how Minecraft works, to be honest. I feel like this is not, it's not great. So I may add one where if you break them with water, you actually get the chorus fruit, the planting chorus fruits. Whereas normally you don't. You'd have to shoot it with a bow. And I just think it's a cool mechanic, but for doing a farm and having a bunch of it, it's kind of stupid. so I did that. But that's pretty much it for the space station. I mean, I think it looks cool. I think it looks really cool. And actually, in the future episode, you're gonna see a lot more building out here. I did forget, in the ring, I have a bunch of different biomes that, like, you can see there's a desert biome, and that's, I think, a mangrove biome. But the ceiling's really low, so I have to be really kind of creative about how I do it. I think that's supposed to be a swamp, but you can see there's not a lot you can do with such a low ceiling. But the ideas are there. These are all the rings, because before I did the I killed the dragon 20 times, so to open up all these gateway things, and I don't even have a way to get into them yet. Eventually I will. I'll put water elevators in all of them or something like that. Something cool. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this sort of deep dive into this space station. I really love it. I really think it's really fun. So hopefully you do too. I'll see you all in the next actual real normal episode, day 5001 going forward. I have to wait a little bit longer because I have to wait for my inventory to be updated so that I can upload this world into it and do the animation and stuff for the lore segments. But it's coming soon. It's coming soon. It's already, as far as all the gameplay footage is already in the bank. I just need to actually wait for that program to be done. So it's coming really soon. I'll see you all then. Bye, everybody. Love you all.